Hi, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. This is Daniel Chong. I'm the creator of We Bear Bears. And it's my first ever live stream. Baby's first live stream. I'm going to wing this as best I can. I'm here in Berkeley, California, indoors mostly. I know this place looks like a jail cell. There's like nothing here. I just moved back up here to the Bay Area, home of the show. It's nice to be back up here. Let's see. How are you guys doing? Hope everyone's doing okay. I know this year has been a lot, but you know, hope you guys are safe, doing well. I've got the stream chat going here on the right. It's going super fast. I know my room is super empty. Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. Oh, I did bring this. There's Ice Bear with his mask. He's gonna be sitting right here with me. Oh, Sion, you're here. I see. Oh, I do have kittens. They're or cats. They'll come out. They're kind of running around right now. Hopefully they don't make too much noise. Okay, so obviously I'm here because the movie just came out today. If you haven't seen it, hopefully you can watch it today at some point. Actually, I'm watching it at 5:30, doing like a live tweet. I think Cartoon Network is also doing like a live tweet as Ice Bear. So that's on Google Play, Amazon, Apple TV, blah, 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 all that stuff. So it's on demand. So you can watch it today with me after this. But stay here with me, and we can do it. We can watch it together. Let's see. What am I going to be doing here? I'm going to be doing a couple things. I'm going to be answering any questions you guys have. Hopefully you guys didn't ask questions yet, or else they're gone. You might have to ask again in the chat room. Ask me anything. Ask me about the show. Ask me about, if you're an artist, ask me questions about making art. Ask me questions about creating a show. Anything, I'll answer for you. I also pulled a lot of really cool artwork from Bears over the last couple seasons. Some really things I've never shown anyone before. Stuff from myself and from other artists on the show. So I'm excited to show you guys that. And I'm gonna show you guys some merch. I got so much new merch that came in recently. Look at this. I got the slipper recently. It's weird. They only gave me one though, so. And then I'll probably do some drawing too, but you know, I haven't drawn the bears in a while, so it might get a little rusty, but we'll talk soon. So before I begin, I know many of you guys have heard, or maybe you're hearing now for the first time, that the movie is going to be the series finale of the show, and I'm very sorry that caught everyone very abruptly. You know, we've known for a little while, but I think we're just waiting for the right time to tell everybody, and I think now is the right time, now that the movie's coming out. So I'm really proud of the movie. I think it hey Quinn. I think the movie really serves as a great finale for our series. We actually didn't know it when we were writing it and starting to work on it, but I think it works as the series finale. It definitely puts an interesting spin on the ending, and the world completely changes at the end of the movie. So I think it's going to be just a nice little bookend to the whole series, and I don't really think I could have asked for anything better. So okay, let me look through some questions here. Oh my goodness, this is moving so fast. Are these emojis questions? Okay. How far into the movie did you find out it would be the end? Okay, that's a great question. So I found out by the network. They brought me in, and I talked with the head of the studio. It was around the midpoint of working on the movie. I would say like we were still in the midst of boarding, and we were pretty sure. I was pretty sure, hoping that we were going to just keep going with it. I just didn't know exactly what I was going to do with the show at that point. But I think the studio kind of just felt like they wanted to, move on, and they still loved the show a lot, and they just thought that it needed to kind of evolve into something different. And I think they were kind of right, because the show would have been very different had it continued on. And I could tell that Baby Bears was something they really wanted. So it was something though that I thought I really didn't think it was something I wanted to keep going with, but I'm still an executive producer on it, so I'm just kind of helping to guide them a little bit. But it's going to be kind of a different team. Some familiar faces definitely are still helping to guide that ship, and I trust them a lot, and they're super talented. So I think that's kind of the short version. There's definitely a lot more details within that whole story, but that's kind of how it all went down, I think. Will Daryl be getting a spinoff? Yeah, Mikey. we originally had a Daryl story. I think we wonder a lot like what the next Daryl story should have been after his first one, and we had all these ideas about him coming out of jail or him being in jail and like what he'd be like after jail, but we didn't end up doing that. Whispers to self, you did it, Daryl. After the movie, where can we see other Bears content? Well, I mean, I think the really nice thing is the show has been on everything, but obviously everything's on HBO Max right now. Anyways, let me just move on here. It's the Daryl show. Krabu will be missed. It was so funny bringing Krabu back because, we had done that episode like in season 1, and we kind of forgot about Krabu, and then we sort of realized that he was going to be he probably was still in the house somewhere, or we never answered where this pet went, and we ended up just writing the story, that 22-minute episode, Captain Krabu. But I will miss him. He was great. He was a great character, really cute. Can we do We Bad Bears art book? So We Bad Bears, I think Louis is the one who created that, and it was like a book. It was basically like a Tumblr full of like really bad bear drawings. I mean, I don't want to say it's bad. They were done by artists who know what they're doing. It's just that when we storyboard, we do it really fast. So the board artists basically thumb in their drawings really fast because they don't want to do pretty drawings yet until we solidify them. And then, unfortunately, like Louis was screen capping all these really ugly drawings and putting them online. So, oh well. There's still going to be new merchandise coming. I hope so. I mean, gosh. I mean, the merchandise has been one of the really fun parts of the show. And, just seeing like these things, like, look at this. This Grizz. It's so cute. But just seeing like all this stuff like getting made is it's just so wonderful to see, and I think just getting to see something tangible kind of makes it very real. So yeah, it was really wonderful seeing all that. I hope that they keep doing merch as they keep going, even though the show's ending. I mean, I think it'll have a life still. Okay, well, let's see. What else can I show you? You guys want to see some more merch, maybe? I just got these in. They're like McDonald's toys. Look at that. Sorry, I didn't take these out. Ice Bear in a log. Don't you want that? Okay, where can I buy some original merch in Italy? I don't know. Giveaways. I don't know. Can see your clothes. What? Okay, let me show you some artwork. I'm gonna switch to screen share. Let me show you that real quick. Sure. Okay. Okay. I kind of wanted to show you guys some of the. Actually, this is probably not the best way to do it. So I don't know if I've ever shared this with anyone yet, but this is some of the original art from the comic that I did. And yeah, you can see they look very different. They look really less cute, I guess would be the word. A little grotesque, but the stack did come like pretty quick within the story, and I'm not sure if you've seen the comic, but yeah, this is the I was just kind of roughing through, and then this was the first comic. You can find it online if you want to see it, but yeah, I mean it's crazy. Like it all kind of started with these like really rough sketches, and then a comic that nobody read, and now it became a huge show, and now it's a movie. It's crazy, but you can see that there are some very similar things. I mean, their personalities are a little different, but there's still the three of them. They still like kind of talk in this order. And so there were a lot of things here that I think still made it into the actual show, which is kind of crazy. Here's an early drawing of Chloe. I think this was done by a character designer. We were freelancing, Anna O'Brien. And we were just kind of feeling her, the character out a little bit. Definitely knew we wanted her very small. And zoom in here and there when you can see that. Oh, okay. I don't know how to zoom. Oh, whoa! I can zoom in. Oh, sorry. Okay, I think zooming in is a bad idea. I'm like losing control of my. Sorry. Okay, that was a bad idea. Okay. These were done by Maddie Sharafian. She was like one of our very early board artists. These are really, really cute. She's a little taller, I think, than normal. These are by Maddie. You can kind of see she's down there. Oh, look at these nom-noms. This is done by Tiffany Ford. They were like really, really round, really cute. The Maddie drawings here. There's Charlie. Look at where his arms are. Sorry, I don't mean to be making fun of the artist here. We were still trying to figure him out here. He's a little chunky in this one, you can see. So, didn't quite know how to do it. Sorry, is it small? Are people complaining it's small? Okay. Charlie. It's a Tom Law drawing. There's Lucy. Look at that. There's a very early Lucy. I think that's Anna O'Brien also. And some animals. Okay. I'm going to show you guys something I have never shown anyone, so you guys are lucky to see this. This is the original Bible from the show. So there's some really crusty drawings in here, I will admit. But I think it'll give you kind of a crazy sense of how far this show has come. Look at this date. October 22nd, 2012. So I think I pitched it maybe a month before this Bible, so that's how long this show took to make. And you can see that there's a whole cast of characters here. Like, look at Charlie. What was I thinking? And these bear proportions are not appealing at all, but there they are. That tree texture. That's called being lazy. That's me taking a Photoshop or using Photoshop and just applying a photograph of tree bark. I won't go through all this pitch with you, but essentially one of the big two of the very key things in the show are here in this Bible. Like, here's the stack, and then here's them like mingling with people. Like, those were like two of the very iconic things about the show. This image kind of became the ending page of the TV show. Let's see. And then some backstory about the baby bears. Then, like, I think we made this into an episode, the pet shop episode. This is explaining their dynamic, and like, you got the older brother, the middle child, the younger, and then there's Grizzly. He's gonna do something crazy and dumb. Eats a lot, so all that stuff pretty much stayed the same. There's Panda. He's being very emo. He's in the closet by himself. This was an idea. I guess we kind of did this. People thought he was really cute and hated it. I don't know why he's so mad here. He's just mad. This is him not getting a girlfriend, so we always knew he was destined for singleness. But we always knew his brothers would help him get out of those ruts. So, and that was like in the pilot too. And then there's Ice Bear, of course, and he was always the one doing weird stuff in the background. Nobody really paid attention to him, kind of cleaning the house. Also, he had all these skills and stuff like that, and he sleeps in the fridge. Chloe does not look like Chloe at all. Chloe started off as like I think one of the reasons I made Chloe a little older back then was because I wanted Panda to be in love with her. But that didn't feel necessary after a while. So yeah, that was a very different time. Look at this Charlie. I think I always knew his personality was going to be this way. But yeah, he definitely changed his look a lot. It's Nom Nom, all his merch. Bears don't like him. He's a jerk. That didn't change. This was a very different thing. I don't even want to get into it, but I mean, we kind of used it in some degree. We had the Poppy Rangers, so I guess there was aspects of that. I guess it's kind of like Tabes, but she was more of a villain, I think. Both these people went away. I had an animal rights lawyer and I guess it was a guy that they would always deal with that whenever they had new jobs, that disappeared. That was not interesting. I based this guy on a Vietnamese restaurant I used to go to, and like he was always really nice to me. So I was thinking maybe if the bears needed food, he would give them food in the alley. That kind of went on. So. Yeah, it's just some funny drawings of them together. I mean, I think really, if you want to sell a show, it's really about this kind of stuff. It's about the characters and the fun of seeing their relationships together. Kind of goofiness, all the different things they do. And then obviously a big part of it was baby bears, and selling this idea. And at the time it wasn't really meant to be a big idea, but it was just something that was textured on top of a series and stuff. And then I think I pitched a couple episodes and they all kind of became episodes. Food Truck obviously became an episode. I think that became, I don't know what that became. Borrow Video. I think this became Everyday Bears. This became the pilot. This didn't become an episode. Yeah. So that's the Bible. I've never shown anyone that, I guess, really. So that's kind of a treat. Hopefully that was fun. Sorry, I bet a lot of people have been asking questions. Let's try to answer a question. Where can we watch the show online? Guys, it's on HBO Max. It's on lots of stuff. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of questions about Icy Nights 3. So one of the reasons we didn't make Icy Nights 3, I mean, first of all, we didn't know that we were not going to keep going after the movie. So I don't know, maybe we thought we would eventually make it, but we had ideas for Icy Nights 3 early on. We always wanted to do it. The question always came down to budget, honestly, because like that show or that series of episodes were always so big, and we knew if we did a third one, like it would have to be big, like a lot of stuff would have to happen. So yeah, it was. Put on headphones if possible. I don't. Sorry, can you guys not hear me well? Give me a second. Let me get headphones. Is that better? Can anyone hear me? Is that better? I can hear you loud and clear. Sorry, people are messaging me right now. So I think we wanted Icy Nights 3 to be really big and epic. I can even pitch you what Icy Nights 3 was supposed to be. I'll just tell you what it was. So to me, like, it was gonna be like Mad Max, Fury Road. It was gonna be like what's his name? Barry would come to the Ice Bear's house, and he'd like tell, and Ice Bear obviously wouldn't want to hurt him, but it would be like, I need your help, Bear. Something happened, like my father's went crazy and has done something. And so Ice Bear has to get a team together of people to go on a mission or something like that. And so it would be like, so think about this. It would be Ice Bear going to pick up Yana. It would be going to pick up Butler Bear, Isaac, who is the human bear, and then you have a Roomba. And it would be like this squad of like action heroes. And then they would go to the Arctic to go on this mission. And then I think I had this idea that Yuri would be there, and maybe he had, amnesia. So he didn't remember all the things, like Yana being his daughter, Ice Bear being his like adopted son kind of, or adopted bear kind of thing, and then they would kind of figure out, and then it would be some big action set piece across the Arctic. So you can already tell, like based on that it would have been way too difficult to make, especially on our TV budget. So I don't know, maybe someday we'll get to make it. We definitely talked about it a lot. We just knew we weren't going to be able to make it the way we wanted to. And really that's what the movie is, like the movie was us asking like, what can we do that's going to like, really be high stakes and stuff. Way better. Okay, good. And so the movie is like us going wild. We basically like did all the things we weren't supposed to do in the movie. We like made really big set pieces, tons of characters, tons of backgrounds. It's just like we went full out, and it's huge, and it was so much work. But that was a really fun experience. So if we ever, I don't know, down the line, let's just say in the future, if there was ever a chance to make Icy Nights 3, we would have to do it under like a feature budget, I think, or the budget we had for the movie to like do it justice. So hang tight. Maybe we'll make it someday. Well, who knows? How to work at Cartoon Network, your advice. So if any of you guys are artists out there, that's a great question. It just kind of depends on what you want to do. Obviously, if you like to draw, just draw a lot. Drawing is, it's the starting point, it helps to kind of fill you in on eventually which path you want to go. Because once you want to start working animation, the last thing you want to try to do is try to create a show right off the bat. Not a good idea, probably won't happen. Making a show is crazy hard, and it takes a lot of work, and it is being able to pull off running a show is like the culmination of just a lot of experience. So the best thing you want to do is start drawing and then figure out slowly what jobs are available in the animation industry, and then slowly fine tune your craft towards one of those things. Get a job in one of those things, learn to do it really well. And if you get bored, try something else within the industry, or maybe learn a lot of different things. But yeah, the starting point is always just drawing, copying a lot of things. That's what I did, and sorry. And yeah, that's my advice. Make things, put them out there. Here's the other thing you got to do too, is you got to like understand who you are as a person really well. I think like looking inside in your experiences, the things you love, the things that made you who you are, those are the things that define you and make you unique as an artist. And once you know those things and you can put those things into your art, that's your voice, and that's a big part of it. What does We Bear Bears actually mean? Well, I bet, like, look at this. I'll swap over real quick. When I pitched this show, it was called Three Bear Bears. And the original comic was called Three Bear Bears too. And the problem is that I think somebody owned the copyright for something close to this. So essentially we had to change it to We Bear Bears. So Three Bear Bears, it's kind of a play on like Goldilocks and Three Bears, like at least has some semblance of something you can reference, but We Bear Bears has nothing to do with anything. So, I think it's fine. It works. Just doesn't make sense. What am I gonna do now that We Bear Bears has ended? I'm working on a really big project right now. Can't tell you anything about it, unfortunately, but I moved back up to the Bay Area to work on it. And hopefully, I could talk about it down the line. But a lot of these things take a long time to make, and a long time to gestate in development. So yeah, I'm just in that very early stage, working out a new project essentially. But I'm really excited about it. It's gonna, I think it's great now. I'm in this place now where I've made a show and I've learned so many things about making my own thing, what I'm interested in. And on top of that, I have all these new skills of being a leader and having run a show that it's just making things a lot easier, the more I do it now. So it's been a great experience so far. Are you going to miss We Bear Bears? I'm going to miss it a lot. Yeah. I miss the artists a lot. honestly. Like I especially on the movie, we had a little bit more time, I think, on the movie. On the TV series, we were just moving so fast. I barely saw anybody or got to socialize, but on the movie, it was like the schedule was like a lot freer and open, I guess. So I really got to hang out with our artists more, got to take them to lunch, got to like just get to know them and be inspired by them a little bit more. And yeah, I really miss them a lot. I really hope to work with them again someday. But you know, all of them, what I'm most proud of though is so many of those artists went on to work. You know, they're now working on new projects, and a lot of them got elevated to new positions where they're directors, and some of them are being entrusted in totally different things. But you know, they're all high demand, and it's because they all, you know, were working on such a high level. And I was just so lucky to have them. A lot of them on their first job, honestly. So it was just really nice to get to work with them, and I miss them a lot. And I am looking forward to my next project. Three Bear Bears has the same energy as 11 Hungry Cats. Yeah, it totally does. Man, who told me about? Oh, I guess Louis was looking at that for a while. But yeah, my girlfriend grew up with that, and she told me about that a long time ago. I love that. I love that book. Or books. There's a lot of books on it. Where Charlie and Panda headed for romance. I can't believe I'm going to talk about this, guys. We are aware of this fandom. I don't want to talk about it too much. It's up to you guys how you want to do that. I will say I did describe this whole phenomenon to Jason Lee, the voice of Charlie, once, and seeing his face as I was describing it to him go from joy to utter confusion was one of the funniest experiences I've ever experienced. So, but Jason is so sweet. He actually just emailed me yesterday because we just chatted about the show ending, and he was so sweet. He genuinely just loved the character. He loved doing the show, and he was so lovely to work with. Definitely want to work with him again. What drawing website did I use? Just Photoshop. But now I use Toon Boom a lot, or Storyboard Pro. It's really good. Oh, I see the scroll has paused. The two things that inspired me to create Ice Bear. Interesting. With Esper, we can see again jacked up kangaroo in the cartoon series. I guess the question is, what inspired Ice Bear? It's a little bit of me. I mean, every bear is me, you know, in some ways. But my mom, a little bit with Ice Bear, I think. You know, my mom, she was a very mom, you know. She like really took care of all of us and handled a lot of the things, you know, to make sure the house was functioning well. But she also spoke in the third person sometimes. Like she'd say like, oh, mom wants to know when you're coming home. Mom wants to know how you're doing, kind of things. It was really very sweet. And so I think a lot of Ice Bear is my mom also. So it's a little bit of me and my mom, I think. Is there going to be a We Bear Bears DVD collector set? That I don't know. I don't know if it's okay for me to say it, but I'm going to say it. There is, the movie is coming out on DVD down the line. So, because we recorded like a commentary for it, it's going to be rad. And we put all these deleted scenes in there because we threw out so much work making this movie. I mean, I knew, maybe that was the thing. It's that, like, I've worked on movies before making this show. Like, I was at tons of different studios. So when they told us, like, or asked us to make a movie, I felt very confident that we could do it. I knew how much work it was going to be, but at least I'd been through it before, so I knew what to expect. And sure enough, all the problems that happen on every movie I've worked with happened on our movie. It's just unavoidable. It's basically, we were down to the wire. People were already leaving the show because, you know, they were getting new jobs and stuff, and we basically blew up third act. We completely had to rewrite it. And man, it was really hard to kind of get it together, but we had an awesome team, and you know, kind of rallied together and we got it done. But yeah, making a movie is tough because 11 minutes, you can make some mistakes and you're forgiven. But if you make a mistake in a long time period, like it really can drag really quickly. So really happy we got through that. I love this. Well, sorry, I can't talk about baby bears, unfortunately. I know you guys have a lot of questions about that. All I'm allowed to say is that I am executive producer on it. That's all I was allowed to say, but sorry. News to come, I'm sure. Who played Ice Bear? Dimitri Martin is awesome. Dimitri is so sweet. His son loves the show, his little boy, and his little boy often would come in and watch Dimitri record, and then sometimes we would ask him to come into the recording booth to just like talk like Ice Bear, and he would. It was really cute, really cute. Just for trying to someone get into the industry. I guess I kind of answered that one already. When is the movie getting released worldwide? I don't know. I would really like to know. Sorry. I mean, honestly, like the worldwide viewership of We Bare Bears has been one of the funnest parts about making the show. And honestly, I mean, I've gotten to travel to so many awesome places because of this show, and seeing how this show has transcended language and culture. And I remember one of my favorite moments was I was in Mexico for an animation festival, and these kids came up, or animation students came up to me, and they couldn't even communicate. They couldn't speak in English, so I couldn't understand them. They couldn't understand me, but they would come up to me and just say, "We Bare Bears," and they would point to their hearts. And you kind of just got a sense like, wow, this show has really hit them emotionally, you know, and I don't know if you can ask for anything more, you know, to really impact people emotionally with something that you create, with characters that they really feel beholden or you know, a connection with. You know, if you guys ever want to make a show, if you guys ever are trying to storyboard something, or, you know, trying to create a character, that's the key. You know, it's like making a character that people can emotionally relate to and understand. And you know, because once they believe that that's a real character, and there is magic to making that, it's not easy, but when you can make that happen, it's like that's when people really get attached to whatever it is that you're making. So that might be, I don't say it's a trick, but it's definitely the root of getting these things successful. Did you have any input in the Cartoon Network Hotel in Lancaster, Pennsylvania? No, I did not. It was fun to see, though. Has anyone been there yet? Yeah, sure, no problem. Okay, let me get to the drawing board. Are you gonna, let's see. All right. All right, I'm gonna do some drawings for you guys. Do you guys want to, let's see. Give me a second here. Okay, let's start with Grizz. Can we get the chat back up again? Let's see if I can catch up here in the chat. Okay, can I get some advice on what Grizz should be eating, maybe? Grizz is playing tennis. Okay, I could do that. Or do you guys want to show, oh, tacos, I like that. Okay. What if Grizz is eating tacos? Actually. I just dropped my pen. Obviously, I haven't drawn in a long time. Super embarrassing. I bet Grizz is the kind of person that holds tacos under his arm. I'm gonna just do that. All right. Man. I want to give myself notes. This is bad. Okay. Well, I'm going to just throw some tone on him just to, like, not make it look so bland. But that's a taco. That's also a taco. Okay. Does that look good? Chat room? Yes? I'm looking for some validation on my drawing here. Thank you. Someone said nice. Okay. What? Okay, here's the next prompt. Why is Panda sweating? Like, what is he? I guess he should be nervous or something. Like, what is he nervous about? Can you give me something Panda is scared of? I'm just gonna draw him scared. You guys tell me later what he should be. Oh, that's bad. I'm gonna start over. Mickey-chan. Running from dogs. Lost his phone. Chloe manga. Minions. Panda with boba. Okay. That's fine. I could do that. Boba. Look at that straw. Big. This is going super well, right? Wow. That's a big boba cup. I don't think that feels right. Oh my goodness, this is bad. Okay, well, nobody's really judging, right? The fun part about drawing Panda is, like, once you put the stripes, suddenly it, like, all comes together. But, like, before that, it's, like, an utter mess. But, watch this. I'm going to put stripes, and suddenly it's going to be, like, okay. I just found out in Taiwan they made We Bare Bear's boba holders. I don't know if that's a thing you guys use, but I guess if you need to take one to go and you want to carry it, you could do that now. And it'll look really good. How's that panda look? It looks okay. Okay, thank you for your support, everyone. Okay, we'll do one more. Okay. I want to know, where is Ice Bear hiding? Where should he be hiding? In the freezer. In quarantine! Yes! That's great. I love that. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna draw my room. Here's my room. Why is my bed so high? Okay, where does the bear go? The bear is hiding. He's hiding under the sheets. Of all the things I could have drawn, this is what I drew of Ice Bear. This is slightly underwhelming, I'm sure. Okay. Wow. Okay, let's end this one very soon. It's funny how I've been using Photoshop for so long. I probably only know how to use like 2% of it. I just use like one brush, 2 brushes at most, and then I fill things in. Severely underusing this incredible program. This is Ice Bear hiding in quarantine. Look at the environment I've put him in. Isn't that not impressive? Okay. All right. I'm gonna save that. So we have 3 drawings. We'll see if this is worth putting online. Okay. He needs a face mask and hand sanitizer. Okay, thank you. That is good advice. I will take those notes. That's what you do, is you just take notes when you make things. It's my life. So he's in his room with a mask and then hand sanitizer. This is not right. You know what? Kind of don't like hand sanitizer here. Maybe we'll just do the mask thing, and that's good enough. I'm gonna give him a blue mask because that's what my Ice Bear doll has right now. It's a blue mask. Oh, that looks pretty good. I like that. That's kind of cute. I don't know. What do you think? I like it. I like it. Okay. Thanks for the notes, Cartoon Network. To the rescue again. Okay. All right. Draw yourself. Let's see. What else can I show you guys? Look at these face masks. The best part about these face masks is the tutorial in the back. Look at that. How terrifying is that? But it does make you beautiful, so it's worth it. I don't know. They just gave me a lot of like women's makeup, so or makeup. I don't know what to do with it. But oh, lastly. I don't know if you guys saw these, the Hello Kitty dolls. This was rad. These apparently sold out like within like a couple days, and they're so rad. What other questions can I answer for you, or would you like to just see? Maybe I'll show you more artwork. I think that's kind of made more interesting than listening to me talk here. Wow, we only have 15 minutes. The time has flown. Okay. Let me show you guys pitches. Okay, so one of the really interesting things about our process is that all the story artists, like we have 2 amazing writers. Well, we have writers right now. For the movie, it was Mikey Heller and Chris Mackay, and but a lot of times before a season starts, we actually have all the story artists come in and pitch some ideas for stories and stuff, especially when we're doing our episodic episodes. So usually what we do is we get together in a room and we just pitch. Everyone pitches like 3 or 4 ideas, you know, and we like have lunch there. We spend all day, and then after people pitch, we basically like just talk about which ones sound like really good ideas for episodes. This is one that was done by Louis, and I think he had just read Watership Down or something, and he had this idea where the baby bears meet these bunnies, and that became the episode Bunnies. There's a storyboard by Christina Cheng. Here was, I think, a drawing by Lauren Sasson. She was doing like, I think like
Lucha Libre costumes or something like that, and that became Escandalosos. It's a board by Guillermo. Another Louis. Oh man, you won't believe how many times the crew was pitching this Zorb episode. Maybe it was just Louis, but like this was around for a long time, and I don't know exactly what the plot was supposed to be, but it eventually became Bubble, which became a very appropriate episode for what we're going through right now. So I think this was a Sang Lee drawing. He did a drawing about a Halloween kind of around the campfires kind of story, and then that became Charlie's Halloween thing, and we made a second one after that too. I think Sarah Sobel, she did this goofy thing. I don't even think she had a story attached to it, but she just thought it'd be funny to like render these CG bears, and then I think Louis used it in Charlie's Halloween thing too, something like that. And then there are some ideas that just never make it, but they're just funny. Baby Ice Bear's Master Chef. Let's see, what else can I show you guys? I'm just gonna go through some drawings here. You guys know what that is. I think this is the drawing I gave to Steve Harwell from Smash Mouth to get him to sign on, which he did, and he did a great job. This is the art I gave to Gallant when I wanted him to do Nate in Bears to Men, and so we gave him that. This is by Christina Chang, I think. It's the the bees as bears. This is a redress of the bears and their tuxes for Best Bears. This is Barry from Icy Nights. Look at that, his little scar there. Yeah, we definitely have enough artwork for a book, no question. I would love for us to do a book, and we definitely have all the artwork to definitely justify one. This is Chloe's extended family. There's a lot of people here. This was from Captain Krabu. That's Nom Nom. Butler Bear. This was development drawing for what became Teacher's Pet. Creature Mysteries. This is the moment when Tabes first sees Charlie for the first time. It's more what's called Creature Mysteries drawings. I think that's Louis. Let's see. This is all from that Christmas episode that we did. Yeah, so these are all just like this is the way I just like to work, is basically just having a lot of the story artists or art department just do little gag drawings and stuff, and a lot of times they inspire episodes or beats in the episode. Captain Krabu with many hats. I don't know what that is. I don't know what Mikey's drawing here, but Mikey drew something funny as usual. I guess this never made it in. Oh, this was funny. This made it into the movie. Like, he carved out something, and Grizz thought it looked like him, but it looks like just a mess. Yeah, so these are all really funny. It's crazy to see all these again. Let's see. How much time do we have? 10 minutes? Man, what else should we do? What else can I show you? Oh, you want to see some Icy Nights artwork? Man, this idea, I don't know, Mikey, this is Mikey's drawing, I guess, but we actually had this episode kind of written out a long time ago. It was very Drive-like. I guess Chloe was in it for some reason, but we obviously changed it a lot. But here's some designs. I think that was by Manny. But all these images kind of made it into the episode. Oh, there's El Oso. Some really cool drawings. From Christina. There's a little squid. Look at how cute he is. We had a big question about how to do these eyes. I think it worked out really well. Grizz's TV family. You'll never guess who this was. This was an early version of what Tabes used to look like. But yeah, she evolved a lot. She used to drive this giant Jeep. Some development artwork. She was rad. She was a brand new character. We created her mid first season because we really thought we needed a stronger another female presence in the story. And so we purposely, I think, tasked Mikey and Spencer, her writer, and then I think this one of our actors, Edie Patterson, came in to help us out, write her. Danny Ducker helped a lot, Lauren, to get her into shape. I think McKenna drew that. These are like really awesome McKenna drawings. Yeah. Really nice stuff. Okay, for the last 10 minutes, maybe I should answer more questions if you guys have them. What inspired the Terrace House episode? That's a really great question. It was not me. It was our kind of crew, our brain trust or crew. It's like Lauren, Manny, Mikey, and Chris. They just love Terrace House. I personally get a little cringe watching that show just because I hate watching adults comment on them on these kids. I don't know. It just kind of, I don't know. It feels icky to me, like they're judging them. But they really liked the idea of doing like a Terrace House type episode. So we made it work, and it's really funny. I liked it. Can you DM me some advice on Twitter? Yeah, I mean, if you guys ever like have animation questions or something, you guys can DM me, and I'll try to get back to you. Are you surprised by how the audience received the characters? Were you expecting a character to hate a character? Were you expecting people to hate a character? It's an interesting question, I think, because it's true. You don't know when you make a character like how they're going to resonate. I mean, some characters are meant to be jerks, whether it's Nom Nom, and then, that's on purpose. I think one character I was always nervous about was Grizz, to be honest. It's a character that normally can be played very bad, can be very obnoxious, very like noisy, and kind of like not grating to listen to, I think. And I think people did say, the character was kind of written that way when we started, but when the burrito episode happened, like everyone changed, it like suddenly it created a very sympathetic character. And then obviously Eric came in and humanized that character so much and made Grizz so lovable, and you like cheer for him. But it's a heavy duty to be that character, because you're talking a lot and you have to be the most outgoing and the most loud, forceful in some ways. I mean, even our movie, that's kind of Grizz's arc in a way, is dealing with his role in the family, So I think that's a big, that was a tough role. Where did you get the idea for the voice of Catbug for Baby Grizz? I mean, it was Catbug. His voice was all over the internet because he was so cute. And Sam, so when we had our pilot, I was like, we have some kids in our pilot. I definitely want Sam. And it's hard to believe he's been with our show even up through the movie, and he started with us when he was 7.5, and he just turned 14. And man, he really like did us a solid by like, keeping his voice intact and staying like sweet and cute. And he's just such a lovable kid. I care for him so much. He's awesome. So love Sam. And also the voice of Baby Panda. First started with Duncan and then Max. Both of them are incredible. I really loved working with the kids. They were rad. They brought so much heart to the baby bears. My 8-year-old got through quarantine watching We Bears. Thanks for that. You're welcome. I'm glad he loved it. Oh my gosh, this is going so fast. I like K-dramas. Cool. Panda does too. Ice Bear is not on. He wasn't purposely on the autism spectrum. I can definitely see why people would be led to believe that. So there's no reason like it couldn't be true, But I will say, Chloe is named after an autistic child. My girlfriend's niece. Her name is Chloe, and she's like a hybrid between her and her sister Chloe and her sister Jamie. But Chloe is autistic. And so not that Chloe's autistic, but it was kind of named after her, I suppose. Panda should have a girlfriend, please. Yeah. I guess if there's any closure that didn't happen, that might have been one of the biggest ones. But I don't know. Is that really something we want to see? I don't know. I want to believe that Panda will phase out of the awkwardness, as we all do, and learn to be more comfortable with himself and confident, and he'll hook up someday. just not in our series. Will you drop a track list after the stream? So there some music has already dropped. It's on like Spotify and Apple Music, and I think more will drop. So definitely keep looking. There will be a lot more music to listen to from the show. A lot of really cool stuff. I think when they released the soundtrack for the movie, it's like 4 songs or something, 3 songs. Do you have artwork from Monster X episode? I do. Actually, I have something pretty funny I can show you. Well, I'm running out of time. I'm going to show it to you real quick. Hold on. It's really cool. Oh, sure. I will make sure to... Can you tell me when there's like 1 more minute left? We're running out of time. Where is the lineup? Oh, this was done by Lauren. It doesn't look like them yet, but she was just getting a feeling for them, and she ended up she did a great job like getting them. But this was like a very early pass on the boys. I think we got to know them through this lineup because we didn't know all their names right away, so I think that was a very helpful thing. But the other thing I want to show you is this was the first time we Skyped with them when we first met them. And I didn't mean to take photos of it. I was just trying to like fix the thing, and I think like the camera kept zooming in. That's Minhyuk. It was really funny. Anyways, I got some really cool pictures of like different gags. This is the real life Tom, if you want to know. That's Bert Yoon. He was a story artist for us. He's at the Korean studio that we work with, and that's a photo of him, his drawing, or his character. So that was really funny. Let's see. I got 2 minutes. Why do other characters never call Ice Bear Ice Bear? I think I thought it was just a funny quirk. Also, I felt like he's saying his name so much, it'd be weird if other people were saying it. So it was like an aesthetic decision. But I think it works in that way. Okay. What else? Will Yuri and Yana reunite? Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I guess we just didn't get to make that movie. I wish we did. Did Grizzly and Panda know Ice's name? Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know if they know his name. Please give. I guess they do. They just don't say it. They do know. They have to know. We've definitely had them write it somewhere or something like that. So they know. How was Monster X? They're awesome. They're super fun, and I've got to meet them a couple times. The whole crew got to meet them actually. It was rad. Thank you guys. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. So a couple things to look out for. In half an hour, 5:30 Pacific time, we're gonna do a live tweet and a viewing party, watch party. I'll be live tweeting. Cartoon Network will be live tweeting as Ice Bear. And you can the movie's available on demand right now, Google Play, Amazon, Apple TV, all that stuff. And before I go, man, you guys are awesome. I can see all the really nice things you guys are saying. Man, I'm gonna miss the show for sure. It was an amazing experience making this movie, this show with this crew, and you guys, I already have seen this outpouring of love that you've been sending my way and the crews, how much the show means to you. And I'm reading everything. I'll respond to you guys as much as I can. And our crew put so much love and care into making this show and the movie. And, we definitely didn't want to let you guys down. So, I think we made something that we're very proud of. And I hope that, it will mean something to you watching it. So thank you guys for supporting our show, for watching it, for loving it. Even though we're kind of done for now. Hopefully, these characters will live with you guys, for a while, and we'll still make you guys happy if you guys want to, watch episodes. So I think this is a good time to end. So if you guys have more questions, you can ask me on Twitter or other way you can get a hold of me. But hang in there, stay safe, and I will see you guys at the watch party. See you guys. Bye.